little higher. There we go. Hey, hi! Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you. So, we're going to do some music. My name is Baby Beluga. Matt. My name is Matt, and your names I'm going to sing right now. Oh, if you haven't typed your name and do it now. Let's sing welcome everyone, glad you're here. Welcome everyone, glad you're here. Welcome everyone, glad you're here. Oh well, it's time to start our vacuuming. No, our music. Yes, yes, yes. So welcome to Anika, glad you're here. And Sahana and Arjun, glad you're here. To Olivia and Alma, hi, glad you're here. To Ashton and August, glad you're here. Hey, good morning to Bobby, glad you're here. And good morning to Ethan, glad you're here. Now welcome to the grown-ups like me, right? Glad you're here. Hey, time for you. How about behind your back? Our music. Friends, we're going to go to our garden. And starting in that garden, whoop, sorry about that. We're going to go down by the garden where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, yeah, did you ever see a fly wearing a tie down by the garden? It kind of works down in our garden. So I want to ask you, what's in your garden? A fly wearing a tie? Maybe something else? Who else is here? Benny, good morning. What's in your garden? A moose kissing a goose? A Benny riding a henny? Oh, Christian and Jairo, good morning. Down in our garden, Telly, good morning. Where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, hey. Did you ever see a moose kissing a goose down in our garden? Down in our garden, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail down in that garden, in our garden? What do you want to sing about, friends? Think. Should I sing your names? Down by in our garden, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see Sahana playing with a piranha? Down in our garden. Did you ever see Arjun eating a prune? Down in our garden, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see Bobby jumping on a flobby? That's not a real thing, but Bobby, do you like to jump? Down in our garden, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Did you ever see a child looking a little wild down by our garden? So that was sort of a fun way to do gardens. But I also want to ask you, what's your favorite food in a garden? No, not that. I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing to do in a garden? Because there's a lot of things we have to do in our gardens. You know that, right? A lot of different things we have to do. In fact, I have them all right here, because some of you helped me write this earlier. First, you go to the sand and you dig. You get your shovel and dig. Take your arms and dig. And then we're going to sing, digging, digging. Try it again. Digging, digging. A little slower now. Digging, digging. This is how we dig the ground in our garden, digging, digging. This is how we dig the ground early in the morning. Phew! Little early morning digging. Let's try it one more time. We're gonna go digging, digging. This is how we dig the ground in our garden, digging, digging. This is how we dig the ground early in the morning. Oh, let's do something else. We're going to take our hoe and we're going to hoe that ground and dig up the weeds. Hoeing, hoeing. This is how we hoe the weeds in our garden, hoeing, hoeing. This is how we hoe the weeds early in the morning. What's your favorite thing to do in the garden? Do you have a garden at your house? I don't have one at my house right now, but when I was growing up, my dad, had a big garden and he made it bigger every year. We would have carrots and zucchini and raspberries and pumpkins and cucumber and potatoes. It's pretty cool. Oh, hoeing, hoeing. This is how we hoe the weeds in our garden, hoeing, hoeing. This is how we hoe the weeds early in the morning. We gotta get some seeds and plant. What kind of seeds are you planting? Planting, planting. This is how we plant the seeds in our garden, planting, planting. This is how we plant the seeds early in the morning. And look, growing, growing. This is how we grow the plants in our garden, growing, growing. This is how we grow our plants early in the morning. It starts with digging, digging. This is how we dig the ground in our garden, digging, digging. Oh, this is how we dig the ground early in the morning. Whew! Well done, everybody. Thanks for helping me to work on my garden. I always want to know, though, what kind of gardening do you do at home? Even if you don't have a big space for vegetables, you could grow some little plants inside your house, or just outside your house on the windowsill. It's really fun to have something to take care of. Now, of course, parents, don't forget we have things related to butterflies, activities down in the video description. So if you like butterflies, your favorite grown-ups can click in the video description and look down there and you'll see parent resources. And you'll find places to go to see butterflies, arts and crafts related to butterflies, and food related to butterflies. Pick one, try it out. Now, after we finish in our garden, finish the digging and all the work, we can see some of the creatures that live there. Fly, 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 the butterfly in the meadow is flying high, in the garden is flying low. Fly, 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 the butterfly. You might remember that song. I have a different one today. 蝴蝶，蝴蝶，生得真美。 flying. But in Chinese we say 蝴蝶蝴蝶蝴蝶蝴蝶生得真美丽 So pretty. 穿花花衣 And your body has flower patterns. 你爱花 You love the flower. 花也爱你 And the flower also loves you. 你要 So pretty. Head has a little gold strands and body looks like flowers. You love the flower also loves you. You want to dance and the flower has its sweet. 蝴蝶蝴蝶生得真美丽，头上有金丝，身穿花花衣。你爱花儿，花也爱你。你要跳舞，它又甜蜜。So we found our butterfly. I also found something we can play with. Do you have a drum at home? I heard the drum in my garden when the ants came marching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to climb a tree. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 6 by 6. The little one stops to pick up sticks. 蝴蝶蝴蝶生得真美丽 And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, Sahana, Arjun, do you have your drums? How about you, Ashton, August, and Ethan? Oh, the ants go marching 7 by 7, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 8 by 8, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 9 by 9. The little one stops to draw the line. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the ants go marching 10 by 10. The little one stops to say the end. That's right, the end, Christian, the end, Chino. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Oh, they all go marching down with Benny to get out of the rain. Oh, they all go marching down with Olivia and Alma to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. בואו עננים, חבו גשם לגנים, טיף טיף טיפותיי, גשם גשם לשדותיי, לשיבולת לאילן, ולפרח הקטן שבגן. This is a song about rain on my garden. So you can use your fingertips on your drum to make little drops of rain. בואו עננים, חבו גשם לגנים, טיף טיף טיפותיי, 𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗄𝗃 𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗿𝘆 𝗲𝗃 הקטן שבגן. Teeth, teeth. This song is in Hebrew. It's an Israeli song. Teeth, teeth. That's the sound of the raindrops. טיפותיי, drops of mine, my little drops. בואו עננים, הבו גשם לגנים. Teeth, teeth, טיפותיי, גשם, גשם לשדותיי. לשיבולת לילה, ולפרח הקטן שבגן. I think we caught a critter in our garden, my friends. What animals do you see in a garden? You've already seen a butterfly. What other animals do you see? Maybe birds. Birds might come to your garden. What other animals do you see? Ooh. So the one we're going to see now is a rabbit. I'll use two hands. Not just any rabbit. It's John the Rabbit. Oh well, John the Rabbit, I need your help, my friends. When I say something like, John the Rabbit, you say, yes, ma'am. Like this, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am. One more time. John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am. Can you say it? John the Rabbit. There you go. I'm going to keep saying other things too. So be ready with that. Yes, ma'am. I'll sing John the Rabbit, got a mighty habit, hopping in my garden, eating all my carrots, my sweet tomatoes, my fresh potatoes. And if I live to see next fall, I ain't gonna have no garden at all. Yes, ma'am. If you got a drum, you can play along with that too. You go, yes, ma'am. One more time, yes, ma'am. So let's sing the whole song, but this time I'll sing with you. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am. Got a mighty habit, yes, ma'am. Hopping in my garden, yes, ma'am. Eating all my carrots, yes, ma'am. My sweet tomatoes, yes, ma'am. My fresh potatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all. No, ma'am. Well, it's a little different. I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ay, lovely. It's a nice song. And it's a song about what a rabbit can do to a garden. Now, my wife loves rabbits, and she says if we, someday when we have a bigger house with a garden, she's going to grow the garden for the rabbits. It's not for us. It's for the rabbits, because she likes rabbits more than she likes our own fresh vegetables. And maybe I agree with her. All I said was, as long as you're taking care of the garden, I don't really care who eats it. My kind of garden's a little different. Let's see now. There we go. There it is. My kind of garden. How do I put this? Let me get a little lower here. Yeah, right, George? Take 9. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, Bruno, where he in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm beneath the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves. We're resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden near a cave. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Maybe that's your kind of garden. What's your favorite kind of garden? Do you have a favorite kind of garden? What do you think, Ethan? Sophia? Alma? Christian? What's your favorite kind of garden? I don't know. Ashton, what do you think August's favorite kind of garden would be? Or Arjun, what do you think Sahana's favorite kind of garden would be? Or maybe I can ask all of you out there, what do you think your mother or your father's favorite garden would be? Think about that while I get a book. Book. Oh, thanks for telling me your ideas. I have this book today about some of the other animals you might see in a garden, or in a place that's somewhat similar, over in the meadow. Over in the meadow. Meadow is like nature's garden. Isn't a garden nature's garden? Sure, fine. Over in the meadow. First, over in the meadow, in the sand, in the sun, lived an old mother turtle and her little turtle one. Dig, said the mother, I dig, said the one. So they dug all day in the sand, in the sun. Over in the meadow where the tall grasses grew, lived an old mother fox and her little foxes too. Run, said the mother, we run, said the two. So they ran all day where the tall grasses grew. Well, over in the meadow, in a nest in a tree, lived an old mother robin and her little birdies three. Sing, said the mother, we sing, said the three. So they sang all day in their nest in the tree. Well, over in the meadow, in the tall sycamore, lived an old mother chipmunk and her little chipmunks four. Play, said the mother, we play, said the four. So they played all day in their tall sycamore. Oh, over in the meadow, in a new little hive, lived an old mother bee and her honeybees five. Zzz. Buzz, said the mother, we buzz, said the five. So they buzzed all day in their new little hive. Ooh, what's that one? What is that? Okay, so that's called a beaver. Some of you I think said lion. But I know it looks a bit like a lion, but if you look at those teeth, and if you look at that tail in the back, you can see it's a beaver. Here, let's sing about it. Over in the meadow, in a dam built of sticks, lived an old father beaver and his little beavers 6. Build, said the father. We build, said the six. So they built all day in their dam built of sticks. Ooh, what's that? 𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗏. Over in the meadow, in the green wet bogs, lived an old father froggy and his 7 pollywogs. Pollywogs? Have you ever seen pollywogs before? They're basically the same thing as tadpoles. They're like baby frogs. Like if you were a frog, you'd look like that right now because you're still kind of young. But later you'll grow big like the frog we saw on the last page. Well, swim, said the father. We swim, said the wogs. So they swam all day in the green wet bogs. Over in the meadow, as the day grew late, lived an old father owl and his little owls. How many? 8. Some of you are counting along. Oh, wink, said the father. We wink, said the 8. So they winked all day as the day. Over in the meadow, in a web on a pine, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Lived an old father spider and his little spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 spiders. Spin, said the father. We spin, said the 9. So they spun all day in their web on the pond. Ma'am. Over in the meadow, in a warm little den, lived an old father rabbit and his little bunnies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bunnies. Hop, said the father. We hop, said the 10. So they hopped all day in their warm little den. The end. Thank you, everybody. Ooh, let me show you that book again in case you want to find it online. Over in the Meadow. If you go on Amazon or other websites and you look for this book, just make sure you find the one with the turtle on the front. For a little extra help, you can type in that name there, 𝗲𝗯𝗶, and you'll find it right away. I think it's a beautiful book with really nice illustrations and counting and rhyming and all the different parts that helps more fundamental literacy and numerical skills. Now, with our xylophone, you ready for goodbye? Goodbye, goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, goodbye for now. Oh, goodbye, goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, goodbye for now. Oh, goodbye to you and goodbye to me. Oh, goodbye to the grown-ups too. Oh, see you soon again, my friends. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye. I wasn't even looking at you. But goodbye to you, goodbye for now. I'll see you on Monday at 4 with the next private session, but we have 2 more public ones. Victoria, Miss Victoria, will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. And of course, all of the live sessions are saved for future viewing, just like this one. And on Monday, I think it'll be Victoria again doing a different theme. We'll let you know. Until then, my friends, goodbye for now.